Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's the first 6 gems of funk, the #1 funk hero, and today we got One Piece chapter 1012 to review. Now without no further ado, let's get into it, because this is an interesting chapter. I liked how the chapter ended and how Oda crafted this particular chapter interweaving between the different characters. But the chapter does open up with the scabards, or what's left of the scabards, because as we know, they've been splitting up throughout Onigashima and they were transported below by law. Now we see Kinemon, Izo, Kiku, Kawamatsu, and Nekomamushi, and they're running through the hall, and Izo he asks Kiku how she's doing. He asks about her arm, like how are you doing, sister? Because they are brother and sister. Like, I forget that they're brother and sister because we're in the middle of a battle. There just isn't much time for us to see the brotherly sister dynamic. But Kiku says, I'm fine. Is that the type of question you'd ask a Sam? And what I like is that she says it's nothing more than an itch. She said no worse than the day you left. And we see a little flashback of her, and she's crying as a kid as Izo left, I assume to join the Whitebeard pirates. Now Izo does say that's a good sign that you're in. It's a good sign that you're in good health then if you're able to tease me like this. And Kawamatsu does ask Izo, what do you think is going to happen to Wano after this is done, after Wano is opened? And Izo says, let's talk about that in the morning if we're still alive. So I like that because it's death flags. Oda is signaling death flags toward us, because Izo may not be saying he is going to die, or well, obviously he's willing to die in this battle, but it could be Oda's way of telling us that one of the scabbards or two of the scabbards may die. Now I think it may be Kinemon, if I was to bet on anyone dying in terms of the story impact. But you guys comment below and tell me who you think out of all the scabbards are gonna die, if they are. Now Kinemon's there, like I already said, and he says this is an all-out melee. This is we win or we die, life or death. And Kinemon being the loyal man he is, he says our job is to find Momonosuke and protect him. So they are scattering. They're scattering to join the fight, with Kinemon going to find Momonosuke. Now, also we also bump into Baretti and Sicilian. I'll probably butcher those names, but they are the lion mink and the little monkey mink. Apparently he's a part of the Recon squad for the minks. But it's One Piece. I mean, he's a doctor. If that guy can be a doctor, then this little monkey that pops up on the screen is a part of the Recon squad. Why not? And that's one thing I do love about anime, I do have to say. I mean, you comment below about what your weirdest part of the One Piece world is that you like, or I mean, for me it's things like a reindeer can be a doctor. I mean, you comment below. Now Baretti does mention that that Big Mom, well, not Big Mom, one of Big Mom's sons, Apero Sparrow, the name eluded me, had resulted in Pedro's death. And this is the first time Neko's hearing this, and this gets him fired up, because he says, wow, well done Pedro, you died for a noble cause, and there's a chance to avenge you. There's a chance to avenge you now. But also, like I said, they're splitting up. So Kiku is going with Kinemon to go find and protect Momonosuke. Izo, Kawamatsu, and Nekomamushi are splitting off to go join the fray. Now, you guys comment below who you think is going to fight who in the next upcoming chapters, because my bets, I mean, it could go anywhere. I mean, this is One Piece. Now we see Nekomamushi, and he just flies off into the halls to go help, and the chapter pans to the crawl space between the first and second floor, and we see Yamato, Momonosuke, and Shinobu. Now as we know, they're hiding. They're keeping Momonosuke protected, as they should. They are vassals of, well, Shinobu is a vassal of Oden, and Yamato, as we know, is a big fan of Oden. And this is where Yamato comes up with the idea that they're gonna create a decoy, and she shows the little doll, and and Shinobu says you. And that's Shinobu, but it's Momonosuke says you're just itching for a fight, aren't you? So I guess the plan is for Yamato to go out in the open with the decoy Momonosuke and just distract him long enough for him to regroup with the others. So Shinobu leaves and she says, well, not Shinobu, Yamato leaves and she tells Shinobu that Momonosuke is in your hands and she's going to go join the fray. And she asks how Luffy's doing, and Momonosuke says there's only 2 voices now, so that means it's a 1v1. We know right now that there is a 1v1 on the roof, Kaido v Luffy, and we don't know when we're going to cut back to this. So and Yamato stops for a moment and says I have to hurry, and so she books it, or he books it I should say. Now this gives Momonosuke a chance to read his father's logbook and see and hear what his father went through during his time on Whitebeard's crew and Roger's crew, and this will be a great chance for Momonosuke to grow and learn as a leader and as a man, because who else to learn from than his own father, Kozuki Oden. But now it pans to, and we see Sanji, and he's got Zoro all wrapped up in like which looks like a giant cross, and you 420 lovers can see what it kind of looks like. But he's got Sanji, but Sanji's got Zoro all wrapped up because, as we know, Law teleported him down below to help take care of him in the previous chapter, and we see that Law and Zoro just teleport midair into like Sanji's arms, and Sanji's just pissed because he's like, oh well, why couldn't it have been some beautiful women? It never works out that way, mate. Life doesn't work out that way, especially in the One Piece world. But Sanji gets spotted by a bunch of Kaido's minions, and they seem like they're gifters, or not gifters, I believe. They have the animal zones, the artificial zones, so they're small users basically. He's got spotted by a bunch of them, and Sanji makes short work of these, and the players mentioned that about Sanji's bounty and the fact that he's carrying Zoro. They basically say he's a jackpot carrying a jackpot, and Zoro's kind of losing. He's in and out of consciousness right now. He's not looking too good. But this is One Piece. In the One Piece world, you just give him like about 20-30 minutes to rest and he'll be fine. And we see, like I said earlier on, that they just teleported into Sanji's arms, and Lord just gives him to Sanji and runs off and says he's got to go because he can't leave Big Mom running around. So we may see a kid and Killer. A Killer and Law versus Big Mom potentially next chapter, or potentially Nami and Nami and Big Mom. But Law does tell Sanji he's got like 20 or 30 broken bones. Just wrap him up and put him in a splint and just make sure he doesn't lose consciousness and he keeps breathing. And Law just books it to go join the fray again. So Sanji's fixing up Zoro, and he's asking what happened, who did this to you, and he's like, and Zoro's able to say Big Mom and Kaido, and Sanji's like, it makes sense, but he says Luffy's on the rooftop now and is facing him one-on-one. Zoro says he seemed to have figured something out, he's gonna win. Now we already know it's Conqueror's Haki is infusing Conqueror's Haki into your attacks, so that's what we're gonna see in the next 2, 3, 4 chapters, who knows. That's what we'll be seeing in the next chapters for Kaido v Luffy. But I do like that Sanji says, yeah, I already knew Luffy was gonna win, and he says, where should I set you down? And right at this moment, we see the other minks. We see Izo and Kawamatsu meet up with Sanji. They just happened to bump into each other at this time, and Kawamatsu says that Kinemon is already on his way to look after Momonosuke because that's where Sanji was headed. And Zoro says if you want to help, go to the performance hall. And we see that typical Sanji Zoro bro moment, like don't go give me orders then fall into sleep, because like I said, Zoro's falling in and out of consciousness, so he just gave him this order and fell asleep. Hey. But I know once Zoro's rested up, there's gonna be a potentially him and Sanji team up battle. I'm hyped for that. I don't know about you guys, but comment below if you're hyped for a Sanji and Zoro team up battle. Okay, now on the same floor, we see Big Mom, and it continues from what happened in the last chapter. Now, like we saw page 1 down for the count. Big Mom took that giant lizard down. She fucking wiped him. And his sister, ULTI, is there, and she's pissed. But it's like, what are you gonna do, ULTI? Like, really, what are you gonna do against this Yonko right now? You're not really gonna do much. So just fuck it. Why bother? But she's like, you're going to regret that, Big Mom. So we're gonna see ULTI try go up against Big Mom. Good luck to you, ULTI. Good luck, honestly. So ULTI now charges at Big Mom. She charges at Big Mom, and I don't know what she thinks is gonna happen. But like I said, good luck to her. Now Usopp and Nami are there, and Nami says she's like a goddess all of a sudden because Usopp mentions Big Mom can take her out too. And Nami tries to help sway things on her side by saying she's the one who... It's very disrespectful the way Nami's done this, I have to admit, because she doesn't actually really know the full reason why, I guess, why Big Mom's so mad. So she says she's the one who did the thing that you're sad about or whatever. And Big Mom responds like, I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't forgotten about you, so don't think I'm just gonna fuck off and forget about what you guys have done. So Nami being Nami, she then tries to switch up and try to get ULTI to fight on her side, and ULTI's the same. She tells Nami to shut the fuck up because I'm taking you down next. But anyway, but they're still on the back of the Komachio, so they just dart, they leave, they dip, they book it, they get out of there. But ULTI isn't gonna let them go like that because of what they've done because of what they've done up until that point. And she hits them with her attack, which is the ULTI Mortar, right in the side of the Komachio, and the Komachio seems out for the count. And ULTI's pissed, so she keeps attacking the Komachio, or while she doesn't keep attacking it, she goes toward it, and Tama's like, stop, don't hurt my friend, and she tries to stop ULTI from advancing. And okay, it's the final page of the chapter, but this is what ULTI slaps Tama. She knocks her to the ground, and Nami sees this, and so does Big Mom. Like, what the fuck were you thinking, you dumb little... Oh my god, what were you thinking? But yo, she slapped her. Big Mom's seen this. Nami's there, and Big Mom says, did you just hit my little friend? My little friend. And ULTI someone else has the balls to say, so what? And mentions that you attacked my brother. And Usopp is saying, come on, Nami, we need to go. Let's get Tama and let's get out of here. And Nami, Nami's a G, she says, I don't think I can't leave, Usopp. I can't leave. And she hits ULTI with I think it's a Thunder Tempo, or one of her climber attack weapons, and kind of temporarily knocks her out, and she says, I'm going to stay here and crush her. So this is why I said we may see a Big Mom and Nami team up, or not even a team up, but maybe Big Mom may step aside and let Nami handle us and give her some sort of help. I mean, it was an interesting chapter. I mean, just the fact that ULTI thought she could just attack a little girl in front of Big Mom, not knowing the type of person Big Mom is. You'll pray for ULTI if you're a fan of ULTI. I mean, me, I don't really care for her either way. I mean, she's as good as dead next chapter. But you guys comment below, tell me what you think. I'm the First James of Funk. Take care. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Take care, guys. Keep it fresh. Keep it funky. Goodbye.